Greetings everybody, my name is Captain Jonasik and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to talk about the push setup that I'm going to use for the Fire Monk. Slightly the same one as all past 3 seasons, but I'm going to explain you through the build and which ones that I prefer to take. And yeah, we go from there. Alright, I will take you now into the guide. For the push setup, you want to use the Shenlong's Fist weapons. Why those? It gives you a constant regeneration and degeneration of your spirit power. Okay, so let's go into the build yet again as the previous one. Head to toe and then to the jewels and then to the weapons. Alright, so how do you start? Easy. The headpiece. You want dexterity, vitality, and critical hit chance, and the diamond in the socket. The diamond is going to be used for the cooldown. Again, you want to stack up on cooldowns until you hit like 45%. Chest piece, easy. Dexterity, vitality. Increase mystic ally damage, 15%. Go for that 15% because you need it. You don't have any additional mystic ally damage than that. So go for 15%. Dexterity, your belt. You go for dexterity, vitality, all resist. 15% life, and preferably increase health and golden health pickup. It's gonna give you less time to run around for the orbs that drops. Then we go for the pants. Pants, dexterity, vitality, armor, preferably all resist instead of armor. But if your secondary becomes an arcane resistance or a fire resistance, you go for armor and you will get your sockets into diamonds. It gives you resist to all elements as well. Plus 78 resist to all elements. Crits boost should be known by now. Instead of armor, you can take all resist, but I had to take armor because I had the arcane resistance on my boots as secondary. So you want dexterity, vitality, armor, or resist of all elements. And I rolled it with the legendary power of movement speed. You also want to have, instead of the art movement speed, you want to have the all resist. Your gloves, again, cooldown, critical hit chance, critical hit damage, and preferably attack speed. I couldn't get the attack speed because I had to take my critical hit damage 50%. Again, go for high as possible. Your Lefebvre's soliloquy, dexterity, get it as high as possible. Vitality. Reduce cooldown of all skills. You're gonna want to get that cooldown to 40 plus percentage. And your mystic allies as well, 15%. Go for that 15% arcane mystic ally damage. Fire resist on the secondary. It works. Like Cyclone Strike reduces your damage taken by maximum is 50%. So you want to get 50 or as close as possible to 50. For me, I went to 49 because I didn't find any better Lefebvre's soliloquy. Spirit guards, you want to have your physical damage on them. In this case, for season 27, I'm gonna use the fire skill damage. So I want to have like the 20% more damage, which I got. Dexterity and vitality are a must. You need that. You're gonna die otherwise. You want to get your critical chance increased to 6% as well. The extra growth for monsters does not really work in push rifts because they do not drop any gold whatsoever. So you just need to be lucky on what secondary rolls. Your speed and generation reduce your damage taken by 56%. The highest you can get is 60 for 3 seconds. Go for that 60% or as close as possible. Like 56 is too far away from 60. You want to get 58, 59 or 60 preferably. Go for that. Then your rings. The compass rose, again, critical hit damage, critical hit chance, preferably cooldown, but I had to go with reduces all resource costs. Helps you out as well. And cooldown. You want to go for that cooldown again. If lucky, it rolls both from them. But convention of elements. Alright, again, critical hit damage 50%. You need that 50% critical hit chance, preferably 10%. You want to get it as high as possible, but I couldn't re-roll it because I was already rolling for the perfect crit hit damage. The legendary power that you want is gain 200% increased damage to a single element for 4 seconds. This non-static effect rotates through the elements available to your class in the following order: Arcane, Cold, Fire, Holy, Lightning, Physical, Poison. So for the monk, that's going to be like Holy, Lightning, Physical, Cold, and Fire. And you want to attack on Fire. So for your Traveler's Pledge, preferably you want to get that physical damage on there as well. Like the fire skill damage, you want to get on there. Again, 20%. Go for that 20%. If it must, go around bounties or whatever. But you need to get that 20%. Critical hit damage needs to be as high as possible, preferably 100%. But 95 works as well. But you want to go again as high as possible. Critical hit chance increased by 10%. Go for that 10%. You want that 10% as well. Which gives you the set bonus with the compass rose of while moving, damage is taken is reduced up to 50%. While standing still, damage dealt is increased by up to 100%. That's important. You want to get that double damage, that additional 100% damage. You want to double your damage. Alright, so for weapons, we go with the Shenlong set. Shenlong Relentless Assault. Preferably you want to get damage on there, dexterity on there, vitality on there, reduce all resource costs. Try to go for the cooldown. I couldn't roll the cooldown on it because I needed extra damage because I was getting a very shitty power that was legit useless for me. The other one, Shenlong's Fist of Legend. Again, the lightning damage is good. You don't want to roll off that. 10% damage, dexterity preferably, increase attack speed by 7%, and preferably life on hit. Also, my secondary on this one rolls life after each kill, which is also good. So after everything that I killed, I get it. My legendary power on my Shenlongs both was legendary skill on my Shenlong of Fist of Legend was plus 14 maximum spirit. That's good. I'm not gonna say it's alright, but that's good. You want to socket your gems. The one with the emerald. Critical hit damage increased by 130% for the legendary gems. Bane of the Stricken. Each attack you made against an enemy increases the damage you take from your attacks by X amount of percent. At level 25 you unlock second legendary power. Gain 25% increased damage against bosses and Rift Guardians. Basically what that means is if you hit a Rift Guardian, that attack is increased by 25%. If you hit him again, that attack is also increased by 25%. So you want to stack your Stricken as fast and high as possible. The more you go through your ability, the better it is. And then you go do some serious damage. Bane of the Trapped again. Increase damage against enemies under the effects of control impairing effects by X amount of percentage. At level 25 of the gem, gain an aura that reduces the movement speed of enemies within 15 yards by 30%. Take that one. There's nothing else you can take. Take that one. You need that gem. And then we're back at the Enforcer. Why the Enforcer? Because we got a pet build. Pet build because we're running with the Mythic Allies. Alright, so Enforcer. Increase the damage of your pet by X amount of damage. At level 25 of the gem, your pets take 90% less damage. Means they don't die as often as it should. Take that gem with you because you're having a pet build. Pet builds need to have Enforcer in one of their sockets in the jewelry. There's no way between it. Alright, for the cube. The Kanai's cube, you want to have Flying Dragon as your weapon. Chance to double your attack speed when attacking. You want that. You need that, especially in elite packs. You want that. Bindings of the Lesser God. Enemies hit by a Cyclone Strike take 200% increased damage from your Mystic allies for 5 seconds. In Season 27, your Fire allies does an additional of 3 times the increased damage boost from 200%. Means you do 600% increased damage from your Mystic allies with Cyclone Strike. You want that, and you need that. Ring of the Royal Ganger it's known to everybody now. Reduces the number of items needed for the set bonuses by 1 to a minimum of 2. So you need 2 pieces of a set to reduce it to 1 additional bonus. So for example, if you use Auguils, you need 3 pieces of that set to complete the bonus. So you create 2, you wear them, and with the Ring of Royal Ganger, you will get the 3 set. You will get the 3 set bonus. Why the Ring of Royal Ganger as well for the Mystic Ally? Because you're only using 5 pieces: the helmet, the chest, the belt, the pants, and the gloves. Now let me take you through the build that we're gonna use for our spells. Way of the 100 Fist. Rune Assimilation. Each enemy hit with the 3rd hit increases your damage. Again, works very well with your Bane of the Stricken. Cyclone Strike Implosion. Increase the distance enemies will be pulled towards you. Yes, you want to get them as close as possible so you don't need to run around as much as possible, so you keep your Endless Walk buff up. We're gonna swap Epiphany for Inner Sanctuary. Inner Sanctuary with the rune Temple of Protection. Allies inside Inner Sanctuary are also immune to control impairing effects. So basically what that means is you place your Inner Sanctuary Temple of Protection, and even your Mystic allies are reduced in damage from that control impairing effects. Serenity, again, Ascension. We induce the duration of Serenity. And Serenity tells you become immune to all attacks and control effects for 3 seconds. This increases the duration of that. Go for that one. Now, for the passives, I preferably go with Beacon of Ether, Seize the Initiative, Relentless Assault. And because you're because you're dual wielding, you want to go with Guardian's Path. While dual wielding, you gain a 35% chance to dodge incoming attacks while using a 2-handed weapon. All spirit generation is increased by 15%. Reduce Beacon of Ether, reduce all cooldowns by 20%. Needed. Seize the Initiative. Dealing enemies to enemies above 75% life, increase your attack speed by 30% for 4 seconds. Relentless Assault, you deal 20% more damage to enemies that are blind, frozen, or stunned. This one could have been swapped with Unity if you're high enough in Paragon. Alright. So you could swap Relentless Assault with Unity. Why Unity? Each ally affected by your mantras increase your damage by 5%, up to a maximum of 20%, and has 5% increased damage. I say go only for this one if you're high enough in Paragons. Let's say above 2,500 Paragons, you could swap to Unity. Everything below that, stay either with Near-Death Experience or Relentless Assault. I hope you got something out of this. If you got any questions, feel free to ask. We will tell you more during my streams. I stream on Twitch. I will link the link below so you can actually go check that out. And I will see you all in the next one. Have a good one and see you later. Bye bye.